Jaguar Nation, welcome to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins, where we bring you all the exciting action of the Southern University football program. It's brought to you by the Louisiana Lottery, Coca-Cola, Oxner Health, Tony's Seafood, Dow Chemical, Manda's Meat, Exxon Mobil, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Louisiana, and Jerry Lane Chevrolet. Welcome to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins, where each week we bring you all the exciting action of the Southern University football program. We come on TV about 7 times a week between Cox 104 and Cox 1020 on the digital side, but then you can always catch us on our YouTube channel, our Facebook page, as well as our Twitter account. So check us at your convenience when it's easier for you to watch, and of course tell the rest of your friends and family in the Jaguar Nation where to catch us. One of the pleasant things was this weekend in Arlington, I think I must have had about 5 or 6 people come up to me and say, Mr. Sterling, Jaguar Football Show, we watch you. You know, and I'm like, great.
That's a good thing.
That's a great thing. That's a great thing. So thank you to all the folks in Fort Worth and Arlington for watching and for spreading the gospel of the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins. Coach Rollins jumping into it, very tough loss to a good Texas Southern team this weekend. Coach, we gave up 570 yards to TSU, gashed on the run, freshman quarterback threw for 338, and a lot of those yards came from missed tackles, and then we still got the penalty issue. Missed assignments. You know, I know all of that is tough for you to talk about with your team, and of course tough to talk about on a coach's show, but that's what we're here for. So what does Jason Rollins have to say about those things, and how do we fix those things?
Well, you said a lot right there, but first and foremost, tackling, as far as it's probably one of our better tackling games. If you go by the missed tackles, what they did a great job of putting speed in space. So they spread us out, so it wasn't anybody there for the initial contact. So it was a lot of empty formations, spread formations to get our bigger guys, linebackers, out in space against defensive backs, and receivers. As far as the penalties it's not discipline, it's technique. So those holding penalties are just keep your hands in and keep them tight. So those are things that you're going to continue to work on every day in practice of just improving that technique.
Penalties, 8 for 63 yards. You know, a couple of games we got to win with those 8 penalties. This one, it really cost us. When you talk to your players about those type penalties, you know, what do you say?
Well, it's just improving that technique. You teach them how to block correctly. Okay. You teach them how to jump the snap count as far as the process of it. So it's not a browbeating because it's just teaching. You teach them.
Teaching. Coach, let's jump into the highlights from the first half and show people exactly what happened at Globe Life Park out in Arlington. There you see Devon Ben rushing up the middle, doing a great job for us. And you're going to see McDaniel complete to Hinton for 6. McDaniel's going to come back and hit Whitfield for 28. And then Devon Ben's going to run for 10. Ultimately, Kobe Dillon is going to take it in from 2 yards out, and Luke Jackson is going to make the kick good. We're up 7-0 at this juncture. Great special teams play coming up, Coach. Your special teams play has actually been pretty good this year.
Well, you know, we've been working on it, you know, with a freshman kicker, a freshman punter. It's the process of getting them up to speed.
They get the ball, have a nice drive. Ultimately, Jay Howard's going to run for 11, tie the score up. We punt. They get the ball back. A couple of great plays from Cam Peterson.
He's been playing well inside.
Cam has been playing really good. We get the ball back. McDaniel's going to hit Ben for 13.
Unbelievable effort to get that first down for us.
Yeah, he's really been playing like a man possessed. There you see the Tigers putting the ball on the ground and the Jaguars recovering. I think that was Eastling that recovered that.
A great strip on the backside by Easton as well.
A couple of series later, you're going to see a great 4th and 3 play stop by Lewis. Then Devon's going to run for 5, run for 13. Dylan's going to bounce outside for 22. And then Dylan's going to, unfortunately, put the ball on the ground right here on a strip.
Unbelievable, but ball security throughout the play.
Yeah,
just tuck it throughout the play.
That was a drive where we should have gotten 7 points out of, Coach. So then they got the ball. They make some moves. They ultimately punt. We get the ball back. Ben's going to run for 6. Luke Jackson tries a field goal from about 41, which unfortunately was no good.
Yeah, that was tough on him because, he had a great week of practice, had a great week last week kicking the ball. So we felt pretty good about him from that distance.
There you see Owens running 19 for a touchdown for Texas Southern. They're up 14-7 at this juncture. Then Glenn McDaniel's going to hit McLean for 16. He's going to come back and hit Howard for 9. And then Luke is going to hit him a field goal. Coach, I got to mention Marquis McLean. He had a great game for the Jaguars. It was good to see him get on track.
It's good to see that because we was waiting for that breakout game from him. Being that he's an Auburn transfer, we was expecting big things from him.
Our first half highlights. When we come back, we'll look at the second half on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins. Stay with us.
Our Jaguars run further, jump higher, and never stop reaching for success. From the helmets that keep players safe to the shoes that help them run fast, ExxonMobil is proud to make what the world needs to keep us all moving forward.
Where's everybody going? This game's not over. So we're not the best. Our kicker stubbed his toe on the ball, and pretty sure our mascot has his costume on backwards. But this is our team. No matter what.
They said I was small, weak, said my heart wasn't strong enough. But I showed them what heart looked like, again and again and again. Mom got me the right care, the right doctors with Blue Cross coverage. Don't let people tell you who you are. Show them the right card, the right care.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins. Of course, tight game at the half. The score is 14-10. Coach, what do you tell your team at the half?
Well, we always want to win the middle 8. So the last 4 minutes of the second quarter and the first 3 minutes of the third quarter, you want to win that. You want to win the score in the middle 8. So we have to come out and win the middle 8 to get that momentum going for the second half.
Coach, you got a dynamic athlete in Ladarius Skelton, proven offensive performer. Why haven't we gotten him on the field in the last 2 games? Even though Bubba's our quarterback, that's to be understood in regards to accuracy, etc. But this kid can really, really do some things with his feet. wildcat slot. Why can't we get him on the field?
Well, it's due to injury. So he's still dealing with a lower leg injury,
Okay.
and we're hopeful that he'll be cleared this week for this week's game.
There you have it. That's what's up with Ladarius. Coach, we had the lead when the controversial call was overturned 3 times. Unfortunately, with maybe 3 minutes left in the game?
3 minutes.
There's a call on a first down stretch. If you were watching the game, I'm sure you remember it. Bubba McDaniel stretched out. Initially, the referees looked at it on replay and made the call for Texas Southern. Then they brought out the measuring sticks, measured it, and then gave the Jaguars a first down, and then for some strange reason looked at it again on replay and gave the ball to Texas Southern. Coach, was that the right call, or did we have the first down from your perspective?
From our perspective, we had the first down.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, one call doesn't affect a game. So we shouldn't have been in that situation to put it in someone else's hands. So we have to take care of business in those first 4 quarters.
Did it affect the team moving forward after they got the call?
Well, in a way, because you're thinking you're getting ready to go out and run out the clock and claim victory.
Right.
But now you have to go out and fight for it.
Right.
Which, in a way, that affects the mentality some.
Let's jump into the second half highlights from the Texas Southern game in Arlington. Here you see the Tigers. They came and made a nice effort to score on their first possession, 21-10 at this juncture. We get the ball back. Beautiful reverse right here, Coach, by McClain for 65 yards. Exciting play. Luke Jackson makes the kick. 21-17 at this juncture. We're on defense. Great play by Brian Jordan, Coach, right here.
Brian is having a tremendous game. I mean, just came over from playing safety to move the linebacker, trying to get more speed and athleticism in different spots, and he's showing well.
Another great defensive play by Eastling. Then McDaniel's going to hit McClain for 15. Ben's going to run for 26, and then McDaniel hits McClain again for 18. Then Bubba's going to use his own feet to get 8 up the middle, and then Ben is going to take it over the goal line for the touchdown. Luke Jackson makes the extra point. 24-21 right here. The Jaguars take that first lead of the game, and you felt a little bit of a momentum shift, but Texas Southern came right back, got a great drive, a couple of big plays, scores 28-24 at this juncture. We get the ball back. Dillon runs for 9. McDaniel's going to pass to Whitfield for 6, McClain for 9, Whitfield for 14. Then Ben's going to rip off a 23-yarder. And then, unfortunately, our second missed field goal of the game, Luke Jackson is going to miss from about 38 yards out.
That's very unfortunate.
Very unfortunate, Coach, because it was such a great drive.
Yeah.
We were really moving the ball well on that drive. And to come up with no points, it's got to hurt.
When you're in those type of games, kind of a shootout situation, you have to make every opportunity and every possession count.
Great tackle right here by Eastling on the completion. Great sack right here by Jordan Lewis. It's good to see him get a sack. Howard's going to run. Nice 1-yard stop by Cam Peterson. And then there's a fumble and recovered by Anderson.
That was a big momentum play right there.
Yes.
It was much needed at the right time.
Absolutely. Here you see McDaniel hitting McClain for 18. Kobe Dillon's going to rush for 8.
And you think he was just a quarterback 2 months ago, right? Running that physical.
McDaniel hits Whitfield for 13. Then Kobe's going to rip off another 8-yarder. And then Bubba McDaniel is going to take it in from the 2-yard line, and the extra point by Luke Jackson is going to be good. At this juncture, the score is 31-28 Southern in the fourth quarter. Jaguar Nation feeling good. Human Jukebox blowing loud and proud. We get the ball, kick the ball off. They have a nice little drive working. Great pass breakup there by Sims. A good tackle right here by Barber. Great sack by Nash, Coach.
Yeah, that was a drive that we had to stop. We had to get them off the field, and they stood up at the right time.
Then, of course, we have that controversial play that we just talked about. They get the ball back, make a drive.
Missed tackle.
Had to make that tackle.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we didn't. They score. Ball game, 35-31. First time the Texas Southern Tigers have beaten us in, 9 years, Coach? It's been a while.
It's been a while.
And so, it happens, but doesn't happen often. And, of course, the Jaguars pack up and get back to Baton Rouge. And, of course, we're here to get ready for our next game against the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff Golden Lions this weekend. So when we come back, we'll talk about those Golden Lions, and we'll also have our Jerry Lane Players of the Week on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins. Around these parts, when you think of seafood, you think Tony's Seafood. Serving Baton Rouge for over 60 years with the freshest seafood caught from Louisiana waters. You can get a variety of fresh fish, fresh and boiled crawfish, crabs, and shrimp. A deli with some of the most delicious food you'll ever taste. For your SU or LSU tailgates, holiday parties, or just because. You just can't beat the flavor or the service at Tony's Seafood. Come and see us today.
Who built the most experienced orthopedic robotic surgery team in South Louisiana? Ochsner did. Who is the official healthcare provider of the New Orleans Saints and Pelicans? We are. Who will shape the future for injury and joint treatment for our community? We will. Ochsner's innovative orthopedics and sports medicine team is dedicated to restoring every patient to a life free of pain so they can enjoy the activities they value most. Ochsner Health. Innovating healthcare.
You can't smell it, but you can almost taste it. And whether it's for a family get-together or a game day feast, having Manda in the mix always sounds good. For 3 generations, their quality meats and original seasonings have made Manda a Louisiana legend and made their family sausage Louisiana's family sausage. Manda Fine Meats, the flavor says it all.
In the beginning, taking the COVID vaccine was a hard no for me. I take vaccines, but for some reason, it all felt rushed. And honestly, I don't always trust the government. I got COVID myself, and people in my community are dying from the Delta variant. The numbers don't lie. After doing more research, getting vaccinated was the right choice for me. More than 200 million Americans have taken the vaccine, and it's now FDA approved. My only regret is not taking it sooner. The COVID vaccine saves lives. It's that simple.
I think Southern gave me the tools to be successful in the future. Going through those courses really helped me and trained my brain to look at things from outside of the box and be more creative. After graduating from Southern, I started working at Dow. I've had great success, great experiences here, and I am a Dow employee through and through.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins. Of course, every week in this segment, we have our Jerry Lane Chevrolet Players of the Week. Who are our Jerry Lane Chevrolet Players of the Week on offense, defense, and special teams, Coach?
Offensively, it was Marquise McLean, wide receiver. Defensively, it was Brian Jordan. He led the team in tackles. And special teams, Chandler Whitfield.
There you have it, the Jerry Lane Chevrolet Players of the Week. Congratulations, gentlemen. Coach, after the game, we had a chance to catch up with Marquise McLean, Devon Ben, and Bubba McDaniel, and Joe Dupree filed this report.
Well, Todd, I'm here with Marcus McLean. Tonight was a heartbreak, but nevertheless, Marcus, you did a great overall just performance. You had 66 yards rushing, 96 yards catching. Talk to me about that play with the reverse. That was a great play. How did that feel to you?
It felt great. You know, we practiced it all week, and it was just time to put it in, and it worked.
It definitely did work. Question I want to ask you, with such a close game, as we move forward, what can we do to make sure that these close games just don't come out like this anymore?
We just got to go to work, hone in on the details, and, you know, keep at it. Don't give up.
We're here with Devon Ben, and Devon, hey, great game tonight, I must say. You had a total of 151 yards, a touchdown. Let's talk about it, man. How did it feel tonight, even though it was a very close game and we lost? But you did a great job. So let's talk about how did you feel running the ball tonight?
I mean, we was blessed to come out, have another opportunity to play the game, man. The O-line blocked well tonight. I ran behind them and made the plays we had to make, and we came up short.
How do we stop coming up short like this, man? You're one of our leaders. Talk to me. How do we do it?
We go back to the lab tomorrow and we figure it out. We're a player-led team, so I'm going to get all the captains together and we're going to get it right.
We're here with Bubba McDaniels. It was a heartbreaker tonight, Bubba. But listen, you had 207 yards. Good yardage. Let's talk about that. How did the game look from your perspective?
We had 207 yards, but we came up short. So, I mean, I don't really want to think about it. I don't even want to talk about it, but all I know is we got to get better.
Speaking about getting better, let's talk about leadership. You've come in as a leader. What do we do to break down some of these penalties and make it that we play a cleaner game, that it doesn't get so close at the end?
Discipline, and it starts at practice. It's the little things, and if we do it at practice, it'll transfer to the game.
Once again, like I said, this was a hard loss, but what do we do as we move forward to get better?
Take every day one day at a time and just continue to get better, work on the little things, and finish. We got to finish better.
Finish strong. You heard it right here on the Jaguar Football Show.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks, guys. We're going to get out of this segment so we can come back and talk to you about the Golden Lions from UAPB next week. Stay with us on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins.
Our Jaguars run further, jump higher, and never stop reaching for success. From the helmets that keep players safe to the shoes that help them run fast, ExxonMobil is proud to make what the world needs to keep us all moving forward.
They said I was small, weak, said my heart wasn't strong enough. But I showed them what heart looked like, again and again and again. Mom got me the right care, the right doctors with Blue Cross coverage. Don't let people tell you who you are. Show them the right card, the right care.
Where's everybody going? This game's not over. So we're not the best. Our kicker stubbed his toe on the ball, and pretty sure our mascot has his costume on backwards. But this is our team. No matter what.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins. Jumping right into it, Coach. UAPB coming off a 35-15 loss to Alabama State, sit at 1-4 on the season. What do we know about the Golden Lions and what they like to do on offense and defense?
Well, they're a spread team, kind of similar to what we saw last week versus Texas Southern. But what we do know, they are defending SWAC West champs. So we're ready to play a full 4 quarters of football with these guys.
Coach, injuries are mounting. Davin Cotton went down in this game. Kobe Dillon limped off. Jared Sims, Craig Nelson didn't play. Where are we with injuries, and are some of these players coming back this week?
We're hopeful that they'll be back, but we'll find out more as the week goes on.
Well, there you have it from the coach. When we come back, we're going to wrap up this week's edition of the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins.
I've always been a person that was very interested in learning how things worked. I got introduced to engineering from Southern University in Baton Rouge, and I think Dow and Southern really helps that as a woman in engineering. Coming to Dow, I just feel like I'm doing so much with my degree. It's just gonna take me so many places. The company is so wide and so expansive, you can go anywhere, you can do anything.
In the beginning, taking the COVID vaccine was a hard no for me. I take vaccines, but for some reason, it all felt rushed. And honestly, I don't always trust the government. I got COVID myself, and people in my community are dying from the Delta variant. The numbers don't lie. After doing more research, getting vaccinated was the right choice for me. More than 200 million Americans have taken the vaccine, and it's now FDA approved. My only regret is not taking it sooner. The COVID vaccine saves lives. It's that simple.
Around these parts, when you think of seafood, you think Tony's Seafood. Serving Baton Rouge for over 60 years with the freshest seafood caught from Louisiana waters. You can get a variety of fresh fish, fresh and boiled crawfish, crabs, and shrimp. A deli with some of the most delicious food you'll ever taste. For your SU or LSU tailgates, holiday parties, or just because. You just can't beat the flavor or the service at Tony's Seafood. Come and see us today.
Who built the most experienced orthopedic robotic surgery team in South Louisiana? Ochsner did. Who is the official healthcare provider of the New Orleans Saints and Pelicans? We are. Who will shape the future for injury and joint treatment for our community? We will. Ochsner's innovative orthopedics and sports medicine team is dedicated to restoring every patient to a life free of pain so they can enjoy the activities they value most. Ochsner Health. Innovating healthcare.
You can't smell it, but you can almost taste it. And whether it's for a family get-together or a game day feast, having Manda in the mix always sounds good. For 3 generations, their quality meats and original seasonings have made Manda a Louisiana legend and made their family sausage Louisiana's family sausage. Manda Fine Meats. The flavor says it all.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jason Rollins. Of course, we invite you to get up to UAPB to root on the Jags this weekend. We need your support. Go Jags!